Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. And Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Well, the Fish get a great W tonight, 4-3 over the San Diego Padres. Jack McMullen, Jeff Nelson here to recap all of it here on the 10th Inning Show. And Edward Cabrera, the tone setter, certainly, but timely hitting, got the job done. Bullpen did a good job. Gibson and Bender. Enriquez did allow quick 2 runs in the 9th, but he did just enough to lock down a 1-run W. Nelly, let's start with Edward Cabrera, because this guy, 5 2/3 of a 1-run ball. He bounced right back after a rough start in Baltimore right before the break.
Yeah, it was a really good start for him, and we talked about how that breaking ball, that curveball, was going to be a difference maker for him, and it was. He's got a really good one. When you're throwing your changeup, we saw 97 on the changeup, a couple of them tonight, and that's just nasty. When you got a circle change and you're able to throw it at 97, usually it's 94, 95. Spotted his fastball well, but the breaking pitch, a lot of good pitches to get out of some jams, and he had some traffic, especially in those later innings. Made that really nice play, took his time, the little bleeder right by him that he was able to get a rise out at home in that 6th inning. So really good defensive play. You absolutely love what he did. You'd like to see the bounce back. Let's see his next start. But you're liking what you're seeing. He did not walk a hitter, and that's been incredible. I mean, what was it? 7 walks in the last 5 starts, and 29 2/3 before going in today. So Then you start with this, and that's 4 2/3. So 5 2/3. So he's just done an outstanding job of filling up the strike zone and getting ahead of guys. And when he has been able to be behind, or he's gotten behind, he's able to get back into the count with the off speed.
Which, again, is so easy to forget that wasn't who Edward Cabrera was, right? He was walking a lot of guys in his first couple of years in a Marlins uniform, and this year just been totally different. This Marlins offense has been really impressive because they just get it done in timely manners. They would get, a couple of runs in the first, and then an insurance run late, and then an insurance run later. They do it with 2 outs. It feels like all the time. I understand that it's less than 50% now, but still, it feels like they do it all the time. 1 through 9, this Marlins offense kind of provides a little bit of a threat. And I know that there have been some people that have been cold over the last week or 2. I look at the bottom third, Wagaman, Paulie, Myers. But Sanoja came on as a pinch hitter and ripped an RBI triple that was huge. This offense is really fun to watch right now.
Yeah, and you look at Hernandez as well. I mean, his first couple at-bats, they weren't good at-bats. And the next thing you know, he has a huge base hit to drive in one in the 6th. A couple fastballs. That whole inning, I was really surprised at the sequence there by Kolek. I didn't understand Ramirez pitch, the fastball inside that he ropes down the line for a double, and then Hernandez with the big RBI. And like you mentioned, Sanoja, he was thinking 3 all the way, driving in Hernandez for that run in the 8th inning. So the tack-on runs are huge. And this is a difference. I was going to say it before the Padres wound up coming back.
Yeah.
The Padres, to me, look like a team. They're a veteran team. We talk about playing 27 outs. The Marlins have been doing that all season. That's all you want out of a young team. Play 27 outs. Anything can happen in a ball game, especially late. No matter if you're down. I look at the Kansas City game when they were down 7-0. All of a sudden they put 4 on the board. They still lose, but they gave a great effort at the end of the ball game. The Padres seem to me like they're a team, especially when they're out in the field, they just shut it down.
Right.
I was going to say it before they scored the 2 runs, and then I probably would have jinxed it. But it was like they're a team that, okay, hey, you know what? Even down 4-1, where anything can happen, when you have a very inexperienced guys in the 9th inning. I mean, Enriquez is not an experienced closer yet, and they do score 2. But it just seemed like the at-bats and the intensity level wasn't there for the Padres.
Yeah, and you know what? The Marlins capitalized on that, and they get a 4-3 win tonight over San Diego. Nelly, last show on radio for you tomorrow.
They have a chance to win a series here. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm really looking forward to seeing Sandy and see how he bounces back against a good offensive team. But, we got 2 months of baseball. I'll be on the road, but on the TV side, and I'll miss you guys.
Yeah, we're going to miss you too. That was really quite soft of you. I appreciate that. All right, highlights.
I don't want my nose to grow. I'm not Pinocchio. No, I'm kidding.
Highlights when we come back. 10th Inning Show is a 4-3 win for the Fish over the Padres here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Hundreds on car insurance.
With 3 RBIs today.
Why not end it here?
1-1. Kyle swinging away, out to right and deep. The All-Star leaves the yard. Welcome to the second half. Same Kyle. A walk-off, two-run home run. 8-7, the Marlins get the win in 10.
Makes a play and makes a perfect throw at home.
2-2. Now a bouncing ball over to third. That's plucked on a bare hand by Garcia. X will score. He fires to first base to get Lopez, but it was a productive swinging bunt. An RBI ground out for Otto Lopez, and the Fish on the board after the Edwards triple. 1-0 Marlins, bottom of the first.
Play hard.
0-2, that one hammered out to left and deep. Lofton back, he's looking up, and it slams off the wall. 1 run in, here comes a second. They hold Sanchez at third, and it's a 2-run double for Otto. Lopez obliterates a baseball. 108 off the bat, and the 2-run two-bagger makes it 3-1 Fish in the bottom of the 8th.
Are you starting to feel like there's a little magic to this team right now?
I mean, it's always been magic in this team already. So I just feel like we wake up something inside us, like that. It just make us play more fun. Just go out there and enjoy it more, and that's what we've been doing. We're nothing different.
How did you see that 8th inning unfold?
Oh, we very confident that the players been taking good at bats. And we get out there, just do our job.
Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, this is Eric Wagman, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show on the Marlins Radio Network.
Fish get a win over the visiting San Diego Padres, 4-3. The final score. They held off 2 in the top of the 9th from San Diego on a Jackson Merrill double. Ronnie Enriquez got his 6th save in his Marlins career. Taking you through this one, we'll give you a listen to the highlights in a moment. But Agustin Ramirez, number 1, had a 2-for-4 day today. Number 2 was the recipient of an incredible play from Edward Cabrera, and Steven Strom was standing by with Agustin postgame.
Start with Edward tonight. What particularly made him so effective?
I think, it's follow the plan. Talking about the game plan before the game start, and it's really, really good job today. I accuse him with a pitch, with a curveball, 2-seam changeup. Really good job for him.
That 6th inning, that play he made to you at the home plate. How did you see that play, and how impressive was that play to tag out a rise?
Yeah, when I see, the contact, I hear, hey, here, and throw me the ball, and I got a rise. It's good play for, the score, no about the other team.
I know you've been up here for now a couple of months, but what is it like playing against guys like Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, guys that you grew up watching?
I play PlayStation. This guy, Machado, and now I play together with these guys. It's really amazing. It's excited,
Gracias por su tiempo en perfecto inglés.
Yeah, I try. Thank
We appreciate that. Thank you very much, Agustin Ramirez, and thank you to Steven Strom. We love Agustin, man. He tries and he succeeds, and it has been so much fun. This guy didn't really speak much English last year as a Yankee farmhand, but he really hit the books. He did Rosetta Stone. He really hammered through the Marlins English classes in spring training, and it is paying dividends for Agustin Ramirez. It has been so much fun to get to know the guy, Agustin Ramirez. But let's give you a listen to the highlights here. He mentioned he grew up loving Manny Machado. Well, Machado, on a throwing error, cost the Padres the first run of the game for the Fish. First pitch to Agustin, little dribbler, third baseman Machado charges. He's got it on the bare hand. He fires to first, and it's up the right field line. Otto around third. He's getting the windmill home, and he will score. Agustin legs out an infield single. Machado got greedy. He tried to make a top 10 play. It results in Lopez scoring from first. He comes in to score on an air. It's 1-0 Marlins in the bottom of the first. A hitter later, the All-Star Kyle Stowers. This one a little bit more traditional of an RBI knock. Stowers golfs one into right center field. That's on a line. That is in for a base hit, and it's going to two-hop the wall. They're going to windmill Augustine home. Relay throw coming home is up the third base line. It's an RBI double as Stowers pushes to third on the throw. You cannot even contain this guy. RBI two-bagger. Augustine motors the bus around from first base, and it's 2-0 Fish. That was the score in that two-run first against Stephen Kolek, who allowed 6 runs in the first inning the last time he saw these Fish. But the Padres got on the board because of a former Marlin. Martin Maldonado led off the third inning with a double, and Luis Arraez drove him home. Is lined into right field. That gets in for a base hit. On one hop, that's going to plate Maldonado from third, and Luis Arraez shortens up, shoots a single to the pull side for an RBI knock to get San Diego on the board. It's 2-1 Marlins in the top of the third. But then Edward Cabrera really shut it down. Cabby was excellent, and he saved maybe his best defensive gem for the last hitter he saw to keep a run off the board for San Diego. 0-1. Oh, and a little swinging bunt. Cabrera's got it. The toss is coming home. A tag from Ramirez, and they get Arraez. Arraez hit the deck, a head-first dive. He came up kind of gripping his wrist, but that a tremendous play from Edward Cabrera. Working off the third base side of the hill, he popped off to grab the swinging bunt. He plucked it on a bare hand and then shoveled it to the plate, and Augustine got the tag on Arraez in time. Just a tremendous play from Edward Cabrera, and that actually ended his day. Cade Gibson came on. He got Jackson Merrill to bounce out in the final line on Cabby, 5 2/3 of 1-run ball. He K'd 6 and did not walk anyone. Insurance in the 6th inning for the Marlins. This one off the bat of Heriberto Hernandez. 2-1. That one cracked up the gut and threw for a base hit. Ramirez around third. He will score from second base. Heriberto Hernandez got a sinker over the heart of the plate, and he did not miss it. 110 on the way out, and the RBI single gives the Marlins some breathing room. 3-1 Fish in the bottom of the 6th. More insurance in the 8th, thanks to a guy that came on as a pinch hitter earlier in the game. Sneaky Javi Sanoja. 0-1. That one tagged into left center field. Sheets on the move. He's not going to get there, and it one-hops the wall in left center. There's insurance. Hernandez around third. He will score. Sanoja going to third, and he's got an RBI triple. He beat out the relay with a head-first dive. Javi, the spark plug, makes it 4-1 Marlins in the bottom of the 8th. But the Padres ended up making this thing really tight in the top of the 9th. It was a leadoff walk issued by Ronnie Enriquez. And then Xander Bogaerts doubled down the third base line. Jackson Merrill followed to make this thing really interesting. 2-0 pitch. That one drilled out to right and deep. Sanchez is back. He's going to play that off the base of the wall. It slams off the wall. Sheets in to score from third. Bogaerts falling behind him from second. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. Jackson Merrill smokes a 2-run double, tying run in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the 9th. But Ronnie Enriquez hunkered down from there. He got Jake Cronenworth to pop out to short. He got Jose Iglesias to strike out, and he got a pinch hitter, Trenton Brooks, to end the ball game. You don't want the guy in the on-deck circle coming up this inning. 0-1 pitch. That one popped up on the infield, left side. Shortstop Otto calling for it. On the dirt, he's underneath. He makes the catch, and Ronnie locks down the save. It got a little hairy. 2 runs came in the top of the 9th, but the Marlins lock it down. 4-3 the win to draw the series even against San Diego. That is how this ball game sounded. When we come back, you'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. That's coming up on the 10th Inning Show and on the Marlins Radio Network.
Visit Miccosukee Casino.
0-1 pitch, here it is. Line drive, base hit, left center. Hicks went back for a moment. He's still going to get the green light from Lally and score. First and third, Miami, RBI for Dane Myers. And the Marlins have tied up the ball game. Reds in the home white. Here's the pitch. Hit well to right field. Going back is Benson. It's over his head and off the wall. Hernandez scores. Here's Myers around. He scores. Another double for the X-Man, Xavier Edwards. 2 RBIs and a 3-1 Miami lead.
He is.
Yes, that's a good one.
You have a lot of bald guys to choose from.
2-2 pitch. Fisted to center. Goes off the glove of De La Cruz into center field. Here comes Edwards around third. The Marlins have 4 in the inning and still nobody out. RBI single for Jesus Sanchez, his 30th ribby of the year. This 10-game winning streak in the visiting unis. Pitch to Ramirez, chopped to third. It's a high one over the head of Marte. Rounding third, easily scoring is Sanchez. Lopez over to third, and Augustine pulls in a second with a double, his 17th double of the year. The Bluebirds are coming here in Cincinnati, a 5-run inning. It's a Baltimore chop. Texas Leaguer is the other one. And now here's Stowers with a drive deep to right field. Benson is going back at the wall. He'll have room. He makes the catch. This will move up 2 runners, though. One of them will score in Lopez. Ramirez goes to third, and Stowers gets his 30th RBI in now a 6-run third inning.
When magical stuff can happen.
Here's the 1-2 to Norby. Hits it in the air to right center field. Benson going over there, makes the catch on the run, but it's going to be an easy tag for Augustine Ramirez. Back-to-back sacrifice flies for Miami, and it's now 7-1. Fish.
And I want to add this too, because when Jack interviewed Marlins president,
you'd rather that than 2 strikeouts. Here's Edwards. Line drive, base hit. That'll score a run. Boy.
Rolls on. Here is a 4-3 win for the Marlins over the San Diego Padres. Let's hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, after this one.
Hey, Clayton, a bit of a emotional roller coaster there at the end, but what did you see from Ronnie, and how was he able to get out of that?
Great way to finish it. I think starting off, anytime you walk people late in games like that to lead off an inning, it's a recipe for, at least putting yourself in trouble. But Ronnie has top of the line stuff, and he was able to, after the first couple hitters, after the double from Merrill to buckle down, I think that's where he really executed at a really high rate there. So I think it's nice to have that type of stuff to be able to bail yourself out of a jam. But he made some really big pitches there to leave the tying run at second there. So it's great for Ronnie. It's a great sign. I think we just continue to see him throughout this year be put in a lot of a variety of spots and situations, and he's continued to be a real key cog for our bullpen.
You said last night that you really liked your hitters' approach, and if they stuck with it, they'd see the results. Was tonight an example of that?
I think we did. Offensively, we were solid tonight. I think we got double-digit hits and came up with some really big hits with runners in scoring position, a couple outs. Bert's hit there in the 6th to give us a tack-on run, and then obviously Sonoha's hit late ended up being the difference in this game. But I think it was a nice team effort offensively. We scratched some knocks together, and we're able to get one more point than the other side.
How was Edward Cabrera able to set the tone?
I think Cabrera, he looked strong. He had a swing and miss with multiple offerings. He, times like really crisp some of his breaking pitches, threw some really good changeups as well. I think, overall, looking at that entire outing, that him and Gus did a really nice job of using his full mix. And again, another outing of no walks and getting to the 6th inning. So it's another good start from Cabby. I think now we're just coming to expect him to pitch in that type of that manner and to go deep into a game and give us a real shot to win.
Outside of his stuff, what have you seen different from him? Maybe behind the scenes or just in between starts that maybe we don't get to see, like this determination.
You watching him get on the mound between starts again, like this is the continued emphasis and the commitment he's shown to filling up the strike zone with any of his offerings. I think he's got a lot of confidence right now to go to really any pitch in his arsenal, using the curveball and slider very effectively. Again, like the changeup is a very good pitch, and certainly, the velocity that he has on both his fastball and his changeup make him, very unique. We all have a lot of growth from Cabby this year in the ability to rein in some moments where, everyone loses some pitches during an outing or a couple of hitters, but how he has done a great job of whether it be limiting damage, keeping innings from spiraling out of control. I think it's like a lot of maturity on Edwards' part with how he navigates and through an outing. Yeah, what an athlete. Cabby bounce off. I mean, as you said, like that, to bounce off there, barehanded, make a perfect feed to Gus. I mean, every play, you're playing close games, you're playing high quality opponents. Keep runs off the board, and you have to make plays. And Cabby showed his athleticism there with a really nice play.
I know how we did that. Ended up being a big difference.
It was huge. Anytime you have the opportunity to tack on late like that, you feel better about things. And I think we've seen it from all year from Javi. He's not afraid of anything. He's got a real knack for, the dramatic, and he's come up with some really big hits in those moments for us really all season long. And you can always trust on Javi that he's gonna be ready to go, whatever is asked of him. And he does. This guy's got no fear of any scenario, any situation.
Just going back to Cabrera, you mentioned the breaking stuff, like the curveball. Just how much have you seen that pitch grow? Used it a couple times to get back into some counts and had a couple strikeouts.
It's a real weapon. It's not only he can finish with it. I mean, it's hard. It's got teeth. I love how he's using it and has been to get into counts at times. It's a pitch that he continues to have confidence. It's a quality offering, and when you have that hard of a curveball with that type of depth to it that you can strike with and also finish at bats with and get below the zone, makes it really tough on hitters, especially when they already know that the fastball and changeup are such good pitches. You combine that with the slider, it's a little firmer, a little shorter break. It's a tough assignment when Cabby's able to strike with so many offerings.
It's a really good angle. Steven here on the but Steven's punching away right now. That was Marlins manager Clayton McCullough. Let's hear from Edward Cabrera after the start. Cabby went 5 2/3 innings, a 1-run ball, King 6 and walking none. Cabby's media availability translated by the great Louis Durante.
What allowed you to be so efficient against this Padres team tonight?
Sí, Cabby, que te permitió ser tan eficiente, sobre todo el día de hoy contra este line-no de los Padres.
Atacarlo, ¿sabes? Atacarlo temprano. Y después que pase lo que tenga que pasar, ¿me entiendes? Pero para mí lo mejor fue saber atacarlo.
Yeah, attacking them. That was the best part today. Mostly for a strike. Whatever happened after that, can't control. But that was the goal.
How did it help you, if at all, watching the lineup and the way that they attacked Yuri yesterday?
Sí, ¿cómo te ayudó, sobre todo la forma en cómo ese line no atacó el día de ayer a Eury?
Sí, sabes, entre Eury y yo hay cosas similares, ¿me entiendes? Y son cosas que uno la va cogiendo del juego para ir nosotros también, tú sabes, y ejecutar.
Yeah, of course. If you see between Eury and I, there's similarities. So there's things that I saw on his game yesterday that you have to do for today.
Another nice defensive play by you. Just how much pride do you take in your defense? We've seen it a lot this year from you.
Hablando de esa jugada defensiva muy buena, ¿no? Que hiciste, hablando de esa defensiva que has tenido este año.
Sí, sabes, siempre soy agresivo, ¿me entiendes? Con cada situación que se me presente, que yo pueda hacer algo, la hago, ¿sabes?
Yeah, I'm always aggressive for any situation that's right there that presents. I try to be aggressive and get the outs.
A couple of weeks ago, how concerned, if at all, were you when the elbow scare happened?
Sí, un par de semanas atrás, ¿no? ¿Qué tan preocupado estabas tú cuando tuviste esa molestia en el brazo?
No estaba preocupado.
I was not worried at all. ¿Por qué?
Porque confío en mí. Sé que iba a volver.
Because I trust in myself and I knew I was coming back.
Is it, if this was a year ago, a couple of years ago, because you've had sometimes some injury scares, what makes it different this time around? You seem more confident, you seem more sure of yourself, whether it's on defense, whether it's throwing strikes, what is it right now?
Sí, ¿qué crees tú que ha sido eso, no? A lo mejor en años anteriores una molestia como esa te hubiese preocupado mucho, pero te vemos con tanta confianza, lanzando en strike, lanzando cada juego, saliendo en el montículo. ¿Qué ha cambiado? Que tienes esa gran confianza.
Aprender ¿me entiendes? A veces pensamos que nos pasan cosas malas y solamente bajamos la cabeza, ¿me entiendes? De la cosa mala se aprende también, ¿sabes? Entonces, lo que me tocó fue aprender de eso.
I learned. A lot of people, go through very difficult moments, and they just put their head down. So what I can say is that I have learned from all those bad moments that I went through.
The play at the plate again, was that just instinctive, or is that something that you saw right away as soon as the ball was coming to you that you were going to go home with it?
Sí, hablamos un poquito más de la jugada en el plato. ¿Fue intuición, así, instinto, o cómo fue eso que viste que venía directamente hacia ti?
¿Qué te digo? En realidad eso es algo que sale, ¿me entiendes? Por ejemplo, a mí en lo personal, o sea, me sale natural, ¿me entiendes? Veo la bola, desde que identifico que puedo hacer el out, lo hago yo, ¿me entiendes? No espero que venga otro a hacerla si lo puedo hacer, ¿me entiendes?
What can I tell you? It's something that it comes out naturally. Once you see the ball, you go start running and try to make the play. You can't wait for anybody else in that situation. It just comes out naturally.
All right, that was Edward Cabrera again after his start. We got one more piece of sound to play for you. Ronnie Enriquez got his 6th save as a Miami Marlin. It started really hairy for Ronnie. It was a leadoff walk issued, and then after that, it was a quick knock and an RBI double from Jackson Merrill. You said, oh, boy.
Good visit from 40, though.
Good visit from 40. The tying run at second base with nobody out, but Ronnie got a pop-out, a strikeout, and a pop-out to end it. Let's hear from Ronnie Enriquez after this one.
Ronnie, after getting in some trouble there, how were you able to get out of it?
Sí, Ronnie, después de meterte en un poquito de problemas, ¿cómo pudiste salirte de ese problemita ahí?
Concentrándome un poco más, tratar de ejecutar la zona en conteo anteriores y hacer lo mío, meter mano.
Yeah, trying to focus a little more and make the adjustment mostly in the counts that I was working on the previous at bats.
What adjustments did you make after those first 3 hitters?
¿Qué ajuste específicamente hiciste después de esos primeros 3 bateadores?
Pues empezar con el primer picheo de try, que es una buena ventaja porque ya sé que voy a tener más control de mí, y coger aire, respirar, mirar el queche y concentrarme mayormente en el queche y olvidarme de lo que esté pasando atrás.
Yeah, first of all, throwing first pitch for strike. That was part of the adjustment. I was just doing some breathing exercises, trying to focus on the mound, looking at the catcher specifically, and trying to forget what was going on around.
What did Nick Fortes tell you during his non-visit?
Sí, cuando te visitó Nick en el montículo, ¿qué te dijo?
Me dijo sí que eso mismo, que cogiera aire, que me enfoque y que vamos a ejecutar.
Exactly that. He told me just take a deep breath, focus, and let's execute.
All right, that was Ronnie Enriquez after, again, his save, and he shut it down. Steven's been sitting here. You know what? We are going to take one final break, though. When we come back, Steven will give us his thoughts, and we will say see ya here. 10th inning show concludes after a 4-3 win for the Fish next on the Marlins Radio Network.
KFC.
1-1. That one hit well. Out to right center field and deep. You got the center fielder Mullins turning around. He's looking up, and it's gone. Welcome back, Kyle. Solo homer in the place that was his first home. Huge smile on Stowers' face as he rounds third. Homer number 17 on the year. And that opens scoring in the top of the second. 1-0 Fish.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now. Hit to right field. That's a liner, and it drops for a base hit. Throw from Laureano to the plate, and sliding in is Sanchez. He scores. RBI for Ramirez, number 41.
Thankfully just got in the nick of time, but that is hard. Opposite field power from Augustine.
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano. He looks up, and it is out of here. Home run, Stowers. He hit one in the second. He hits number 18 here in the third. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 4-0 Miami. Baltimore, breaking ball. That is ripped to left field and deep. Going back is Cowser. He limps, and he cannot get it. It's out of here. Otto Lopez, his 11th home run of the year. Back-to-back homers, third in the game already for Miami. How about 5-0?
2-2 from Young. Stowers hits one high and deep right again. Did he do it again? Oh, yeah, he did. The king of Baltimore, Kyle Stowers. Remember him? A 3-homer day. That's sending the All-Star to Atlanta in style. 2-run shot. 7-0 Fish in the top of the 5th.
And we're on a 3-game losing skid. 3-2 pitch. Runners go with the 3-2 and 2 outs.
All right, 10th inning show concludes after a 4-3 win for your Miami Marlins over the San Diego Padres. Steven Strum, where are we going?
I got takes tonight. Okay, we're going to go good to really good to great. We saw Kyle Stowers do it. We're seeing Edward Cabrera do it. We saw in the beginning really, good starts. It turned into really good starts, and then those really good moments turn into great moments. And we saw a great moment tonight with Edward Cabrera. That flip play in that 6th inning, to me, that was a game. That was a game. I mean, so many things can change after you tie the game up, but that little dribbler from Bogarts, he was able to charge that aggressively. He was able to underhand. The key to that underhand, Jack, I was taught this once. If you underhand the ball and that right hand goes up in the air too high, that ball isn't on a line.
Yeah.
If you're able to bowl, think of it as a bowler, okay? You don't have to supinate or pronate. We're just going to go bowling here on that underhand throw. I thought that was a tremendous mechanical play. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but Edward Cabrera flips it over to Augustin Ramirez for the tag. It stays at 2-1. He gets taken out of the game on a high note. Amazing. Do you want to comment on that or no? Did you like that take?
I did like that take. It was good. I feel like that's just kind of letting your athleticism take over.
Yeah.
It's like figure out when to get the ball out of your hand. But I do like the idea of a wrist awareness during that.
Wrist awareness.
Great wrist awareness from Cabby on that flip.
Number 2, 2-out hitting. Plays a role again tonight. 3 runs scored with 2 outs. Now 183 this season with 2 outs. We mentioned that the Marlins have a total of 428 runs now because they did play another one.
Yeah.
So whatever, over 42% of the runs this year with 2 outs. I love that has been a blueprint, and it carried over here into tonight's game. And the last one, I love my alliteration.
Yeah.
Taming Tatis and minimizing Machado.
Sure.
Fernando Tatis 0 for 7 with a walk, and Manny Machado 0 for 8. Hands down, just a really great effort and a chance at the rubber match tomorrow.
That sets up a heck of a rubber match. Sandy Alcantara and Dylan Cease tomorrow. That is a grab bag of interesting things in that start, and it's at noon. It's at 12:10.
We'll be here in 13
pitch.
hours, man. Well, we'll be here in less than that, but we'll be on the air in 13 hours.
We'll be here. Yeah, we'll be here in 12 hours.
Sure.
And maybe 11 hours. We'll see. 12:10 Eastern first pitch. Sandy Alcantara 4.9 with a 7.14 ERA. Dylan Cease 3.9 with a 4.64 ERA. But those guys, boatloads more talented than the numbers would suggest.
Absolutely.
But Steven gets us going at 11:30 with Marlins on deck. Huge thank you to Carlos Picari in studio all night. For Steven, for Nelly, I'm Jack Singh. So long. 4-3 win for the Fish over the San Diego Padres. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
Flash